Christmas cacti are beloved for their vibrant blooms that brighten up our homes during the holiday season. But once the flowers begin to fade, what should you do? Deadheading is a simple, yet crucial step in keeping your Christmas cactus healthy and encouraging future growth. In this guide, I'll walk you through the correct way to remove old flowers so your plant can thrive year after year. After your Christmas cactus has finished its stunning bloom, you may notice that the flowers start to shrivel and dry out. While it's tempting to leave them be, removing these spent blooms is essential for a few reasons. First, it keeps your plant looking fresh and prevents the buildup of decaying plant matter, which can attract mold and pests. Second, deadheading encourages the plant to redirect its energy into new growth instead of wasting it on dying flowers. This means a healthier, more vigorous cactus that will be ready to bloom again in the future. Some people assume that once their cactus is done flowering, there's nothing more to do until next year. That's a mistake. Giving it the right care now, including deadheading, sets the stage for future blooms. A well-maintained Christmas cactus can even surprise you with a second round of flowers in the right conditions. The best time to deadhead your Christmas cactus is as soon as you see flowers starting to wilt and dry out. You don't need to rush the process, but leaving spent flowers on the plant for too long can lead to rot and take away valuable resources from new growth. Generally, after the blooming period has ended, you'll have a window of a few weeks to tidy up the plant and get it back into an active growth phase. If your plant still has a mix of fresh and faded flowers, don't worry. You can remove the old ones individually while allowing the healthy blooms to remain. This way you can continue enjoying the beauty of your Christmas cactus while also keeping it in top shape. Deadheading a Christmas cactus is a simple process and you don't need any special tools to do it. The best method is to use your fingers. Gently grasp the base of a faded flower where it connects to the stem and give it a slight twist and pull. It should come off easily. If it resists, don't force it. Sometimes flowers need an extra day or two to fully detach. Be sure to check for any leftover flower debris that might still be clinging to the plant. Sometimes, small pieces can get stuck in the crevices between the segmented leaves. A soft brush or a gentle wipe with a damp cloth can help clean up any lingering bits. Once you've removed all the spent flowers, take a moment to examine the plant's overall condition. Look for any signs of stress, such as yellowing leaves or wrinkled segments, which could indicate watering issues. This is a great opportunity to adjust your care routine based on what your plant needs. After you've cleaned up your Christmas cactus, you might notice that new growth starts to appear at the ends of the segments. This is a great sign that your plant is shifting its energy towards producing fresh, healthy foliage. If conditions are right, your cactus might even send out another round of flower buds, although this isn't guaranteed. Since your plant is no longer actively blooming, its water and nutrient needs will slightly change. You should let the top inch of soil dry out between waterings to prevent overwatering, which can lead to root rot. If you are fertilizing during the bloom phase, you can cut back slightly, but still provide occasional nutrients to support continued growth. Once the old flowers are gone, your Christmas cactus can benefit from a light feeding to encourage strong new growth. A balanced, water-soluble houseplant fertilizer diluted to half strength is a great option. Look for one with a formulation like 10-10-10 or something with a bit more phosphorus to support future blooms. Fertilizing once a month is usually sufficient, but be careful not to overdo it. Too much fertilizer can result in excessive leaf growth at the expense of flowers. The key is to maintain a steady, moderate feeding schedule so the plant gets the nutrients it needs without being overwhelmed. Many people struggle to get their Christmas cactus to rebloom after its initial flowering period. While deadheading is an important step, there are a few other things you can do to encourage another beautiful bloom cycle. One of the most effective methods is to mimic the plant's natural seasonal changes. In the fall, start reducing watering slightly and expose the plant to cooler nighttime temperatures between 50 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. This signals to the cactus that it's time to prepare for flowering. Additionally, limiting artificial light exposure at night can help trigger bud formation. A Christmas cactus needs around 12 to 14 hours of darkness per day for about 6 weeks to set flower buds. Once you see buds forming, resume normal watering and move the plant back to a warmer, brighter location. This method can significantly increase the chances of getting another round of blooms. While deadheading is straightforward, there are a few common mistakes that can impact the health of your Christmas cactus. One of the biggest mistakes is being too aggressive when removing flowers. If a bloom isn't ready to come off easily, it's best to wait rather than yanking it forcefully. Doing so can damage the segments of the plant, making it more vulnerable to stress and disease. Another common issue is neglecting to remove fallen flower petals from the soil. If left to sit, they can create a breeding ground for mold and pests. Always make sure to clean up any debris after deadheading. Overwatering after deadheading is another mistake to watch out for. Since your plant isn't actively producing flowers, it doesn't need as much water. Adjust your watering schedule accordingly to prevent root rot and other moisture-related issues. Deadheading your Christmas cactus is a small but essential part of its care routine. By removing old flowers, you're helping your plant stay healthy, conserve energy, and prepare for future blooming. It's an easy process that requires just a few minutes of your time, but makes a big difference in the long run. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Hydro Haven for more expert plant care tips and tricks. And if you know someone who loves Christmas cacti, share this guide with them so they can keep their plants in top shape too. Happy gardening!